Hello and welcome to my lactate experiment. This is exciting. I have my lactate meter here and I'm thrilled to share with you and go through in real time this hypothesis that lactate indeed can rise above normal levels doing low intensity and low impact exercise, which is a good thing because increases in lactate in the body in conjunction with exercise have been shown to positively affect the brain, increases in BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which means that you can grow your brain and become smarter and reduce the risk of cognitive decline through increases in lactate from exercise. Now, in general, for those of you who don't have an exercise physiology background, you need to perform at a certain pretty intense level of exercise to get those lactate levels to the point where you're flooding your body with lactate and you can indeed get those brain benefits of increasing the lactate and also just improving your fitness in general by exposing your body to lactate. Lactate has also been shown to be a preferential fuel in many organs of the body, including the heart, the brain, as we've already spoken of. And it's exciting because lactate can be used as an energy source throughout exercise. Have you ever, if you are performing traditional high intensity exercise, have you ever found that first interval is just so hard, the second interval is so hard, but then by the third interval, you're like, wait, I actually thought that I was gonna be more tired, and now I'm starting to feel like I have a little more energy. Well, some of that is adrenaline, some of that is the lactate that you've experienced from spiking the lactate in those first intervals, and now you're actually using that as an energy source. So the reason that I'm excited about this hypothesis, and I don't know what we're gonna find today, we're doing this together, is that there are many people who cannot perform the traditional exercise that is necessary to perform a high intensity interval. Maybe it's because of age, previous injury, or just not really wanting to push to that level, like lift the heavy weights that are necessary to work to high intensity, or sprint to the speed necessary to get to that high intensity place. Now, high intensity interval training has been shown to be so beneficial for body composition, fat loss, increasing a person's VO2 max, which has that VO2 max is certainly anti-aging if we can raise it, because that is correlated with reduced disease and improved longevity. But to increase that VO2 max, or like even for some people, even maintain it, we need to push ourselves to a certain degree when we're exercising. Now, again, many of us just don't really want to work to that high intensity place, or we don't have the range of motion in our joints to work to that high intensity. Maybe you have a history of herniated discs in your low back, and so you just feel fearful to push, to push to that point. Well, there has been a lot of research that has shown that hypoventilation, that's slowing your breath down, in conjunction with exercise, has been shown to increase not only carbon dioxide levels in the body, but lactate levels in the body when you're performing that slow breathing in conjunction with more moderate intensity, lower impact exercise. And so my experiment for today, this is how it's going to go, because I want to show you that potentially we can use this breathing pattern, which is my breathing technique, breathography, that is now research supported. We just finished our first pilot study here in New York. Very exciting results. I'll make sure to share that with you very soon, but it includes increased fat loss and increased strength and increased metabolic rate. What? Amazing. Very excited about that. And the breathography technique I've been using for years with my clients, it all started as a way to reduce risk of injury on the low back by increasing activity of the core of the respiration muscles, calming the mind with that slow breathing. And over time, as I studied hypoxic training and exercise science at a graduate level, I ran into the work of Dr. Xavier Woorons. He's a French physiologist, and he focuses a lot on hypoxic training, but using the breath to get there instead of the traditional going to a mountain altitude training. So props to Xavier Woorons. Please look up his work if you are an exercise nerd like me. I mean, he has decades of research now using the breath, a strong exhale to get to a place of hypoxia. I know hypoxia has a negative connotation, but actually in these circumstances it is positive because we're not going too low. It's a minimum effective dose. It's just enough, kind of like when we do altitude train, to experience the benefits of mild, very moderate hypoxia. The reason I'm mentioning him is because in a couple of his studies, which really got my brain spinning like crazy, and why we're sitting here today with this lactate meter, and I'm about to jab my finger, yes, there's going to be blood, gore alert, is that, in the studies where he showed those increases in lactate with the slow breathing and even the short breath retentions in conjunction with exercise, that was exciting to me because I know of the years of research that has gone into lactate in the body and improvements in the brain. When lactate crosses that blood-brain barrier, this is something that potentially can be used for dementia, for Alzheimer's. There's actually quite a few papers, many papers that are written that are looking and really exploring this now. And so sometimes when you feel really amazing in your brain after exercise and high intensity exercise, it could be from that lactate. So today is a simple experiment where I'm simply going to start by looking at my lactate levels right now, my baseline. This is why I'm sitting down. I know you guys don't always see me sitting down to start a video, so we're sitting today. And I'm going to show you what my baseline lactate levels are. I hope this machine is working well. And then I'm going to perform a circuit, very low intensity. I'm going to actually tell you what my heart rate is the whole time. Right now my heart rate's at 75. That's not my resting heart rate. It's just because I'm excited and I'm talking. And then I'm going to rest. In fact, we'll probably rest for about between 3 and 5 minutes, a little active recovery because the lactate clears more quickly. But I don't even think we're going to get a spike in lactate from this first circuit. We'll see. Because I'm not going to include breathography, which is that hypoventilation, that long exhale. Then I'm going to perform the same circuit, but with the slow breathing. And then I'm going to take another lactate measurement. And I'll probably wait a couple minutes after the conclusion because usually lactate spikes between 3 and 8 minutes after the conclusion of a high intensity exercise. But again, we're not performing high intensity exercise today. The experiment is with low or moderate intensity circuit training, low impact. I want to use the low impact as part of this experiment because many of us are looking for low impact options that are more effective. So here we go. Okay, I was nervous, but I feel good. I feel good about it. Okay, so we're gonna simply start with okay, I'm gonna make this as low intensity as possible. My heart rate's probably gonna average around 110, which is very much below my lactate threshold. Again, this is for the purposes of the experiment. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna go on a little diagonal, and I'm just gonna go side to side with a punch. 1, 2 punch, 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 1, 2 punch. We're going to do 32 of these. I'm saying this out loud just to make sure I stay consistent for the experiment. 1, 2 punch, 1, 2 punch, 1, 2 punch. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, you guys can work out with me. This can be a little morning workout if you want. You can even test your lactate with me. It didn't really hurt. Those little lancets are super skinny. 1, 2 punch, 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 1, 2 punch. Okay, and now, just to keep you updated, I'm at 85 heart rate, but let's work continuously. So now I'm going to use this chair for my lunge just to make sure that I'm descending to the same point every single time. And I'm going to go 16 repetitions. I'm going to put my hands behind my head. Again, I'm just saying this all out loud just to make sure we stay consistent. And we go. 1, 2. I like sitting down to the chair with the lunge because it really gets my glute. This is an 18-inch stool. Up and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, it's 5 a.m., 3, 2, and a 1. Okay, right away to the other side. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. This is fun, you guys. 6. I like to drive all my weight through that front heel. 8, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. And then we go right to body weight squats. Again, I'm purposefully not adding resistance because I want this to be pretty low intensity. I'm at about 100 beats per minute now. 16. Squeeze the glutes on the way up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Still at about 100. So now calf raises, where I'm going to sit all the way down to the chair. My feet are a little bit closer together. I'm going to reach the arms to the front again. Calf raise. And 16 of these. And of course, if your low back moves at all, when you sit down to the chair, you just go down to about here. 5, down, 6, 7, 8, we're doing 16, 9, 10, 100 heart rate, 11, 12, very much below my lactate threshold, 13, 14, 15, and a 16, down. Now, this one is a bit advanced. It's kind of like a single leg balance. I'm gonna come up on one leg, but you can always do it like a kickstand, for those of you who are doing this at home. So here we go. We're only doing 8 of these per side, and 1. So good for the glute though, if you can come up on one leg. Nothing more functional than coming up on one leg. And 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Sit down in between, other side, and a 1. Such a great low impact way to work. 2, 105 heart rate, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, and 8, and a down. Now we go back to the top. Side shuffle. You know what I'm going to try to keep? I'm going to put this right here. 32 times. We get 2 more rounds. 1, 2 punch. 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to count just to stay consistent. 6. So that is the breath work. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Punch, lunge, or split squat rather. 16 times per side, hands behind the head. We go. 1, 2, up to a 112. Heart rate still significantly below my lactate threshold. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Other side. Here we go. And 1. Most of that weight of the trunk is over that front leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wide squat. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Just using that chair height as a control. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Calf raise. Sit down to the seat if you can. 1. Feet are hip width, sit bone width apart for this one. 3 down. 16, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 100 heart rate. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Single leg. Same reach. We got 8. 1, 105, 2. Heart rate, just to keep you in tune. 3, so you know what's going on with my physiology. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down, other side. Driving through the heel. 1, make sure that knee stays in line, shoots a laser between second and third toe. 3, down. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and a down. Okay, 115. So let's go again. 3, 2, 1, 32. 1-2 punch. 2. Notice how my feet are not making sound on the ground. Solo impact. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Split squat with the chair. 16, 120. So of course we're rising a little bit here. 1, it's a great thing about circuit training. It's cumulative. 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Feeling that front glute. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Other side. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Move into that chair sit, that squat. 16. And 105, 2, 3. Have a lot of endurance in my split squats. Do them all the time. 5, I love them. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, here we go. 107, up, down. 2, 3. I chose to do legs for this one because, you know, the legs are big muscles. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, hardest part, here we go. 110, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down, other side. And again, if you can go all the way down to the chair, that's okay. 2, just go as low as you can. No pain in the knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a lower. Okay, it's about 115, 120. So here we go. We're going to do another lactate measurement, but I'm going to wait 3 minutes before we do that lactate measurement. So let's put 3 minutes on the clock. Okay, so that was about 2 minutes. So now at this point, I'm actually going to, that was a little active recovery. I'm kind of marching around, which is the best for that. Now what I have to do, and this will, for you guys who want to do your lactate test at home, this is how you do it. So I'm going to take this out of the package here. Always make sure that you're wiped off with alcohol on the finger, that you're using sterile everything. In fact, using that alcohol wipe is always a good idea. Just to make sure that there's no chance for, you know, infection. Okay, it looks like we're ready to go. My heart has actually come down to about 74, so that would be a great way to compare. 3, 2, 1. Okay, did we get it? Yes. I didn't even, that's like ridiculous that I made that little flinching face because it doesn't even hurt at all. Like, not even in the tiniest bit. But we have just enough blood here that we can get this going. Okay, we're good, we're good. So now we're gonna do this again. We are taking 2. We're gonna try this again here, where I'm gonna replace this, sadly, but it's fine. This is why I've come prepared with many of these, with many of these, because it's important to get the right measurement. It sure is. So I'm gonna pull this off here. I'm gonna take another little prick. So easy to do. Gotta get it all the way in, lock it in. Gotta turn this around here. Okay, we're good. We're already at a 5, which we're supposed to be. Gonna pull this out, and we're just gonna take we're gonna do this again here. So in 3, 2, 1. Okay, excellent. We're gonna wipe the first spot of blood away, and now we're gonna take this, and we're gonna go. Okay, good. So I think it just needed a little more blood on the first one. So this is interesting. So my lactate now is 1.4, which is great. So sometimes, you know, if you sometimes you'll have a little bit of an elevated lactate to begin, and then this shows that with exercise, my lactate actually came down to a more normalized level. So that's really great, 1.4. So now we can compare our breath, our hypoventilation training with our 1.4 measurement. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Anything above 2 is generally you're starting to get, that's a little past getting toward your, you know, elevated lactate levels, higher than normal in like moderate intensity exercise. So if you've heard people talk about zone 2 cardio, generally you're shooting for like about zone 2 so that you don't overshoot and overtrain, right, and get most of your exercise there. Now for us, we are going to now go through that same circuit and then go through this process again after I go through the circuit again. And what I'll do for the next one is I will go through the circuit, and then for about 3 to 4 minutes, I will fuss with this here. You'll see the clock that's, you know, showing that we're about 3 to 4 minutes, and then we'll take the lactate measurements again. So, and just to let you know where I am with heart rate, I am at 83 right now. So let's do it. So for this one, you see how all 8 repetitions were on one continuous exhale? I'm going to pause on a double engaged inhale, and then I go right back into the controlled exhalation. I'm going to explain it as I go, which maybe means we won't even get quite the height of lactate levels. But this is my hypothesis. This is an experiment. We'll see what happens. Okay, here we go. And inhale. Squeezing the air out. For those of you guys who want to do these workouts, come visit me at hypoxix.studio, hypoxix.studio. That's where all of the workouts are, and hypoxix.fitness is the free community where we do all of this breath training. So here with 16, I'm doing just like that. Okay, so we're going to do 2 breath cycles to get that 16. Inhale, inhale. I'm feeling that. Just to let you know, heart rate is at about 100, so similar. Inhale, inhale. Okay, and we're at about 100 still. Squats. Inhale, inhale. Inhale, inhale. Ooh, nice squeeze. Now we're going up and down and about 100 still. So we're going. Inhale, inhale. Inhale, inhale. Ooh, that one was a bit of a squeeze. Amazing. Whew. Single legs, 1 per breath because we're gonna go a little slower with these. Inhale, 8. Inhale, inhale. Inhale, inhale. Inhale, inhale. Ooh, now, right back to the top, circuit style. We get 2 more sets. 1:15, so similar heart rate. Inhale, inhale. Ooh, great for the abs too. Okay, here we go. At 120, similar again. Moderate, low intensity. Inhale, inhale. Other side, inhale, inhale. 105. Ooh. 105, so pretty moderate. Inhale, inhale. Whew. Here we go, calves. Inhale, inhale, 105. Inhale, inhale. Whew. Okay, single leg. And that's 110. Inhale, inhale. Side. 120, inhale, inhale. Okay, whew. 120. Okay, last target. Here we go. Inhale, inhale. Inhale, inhale. Split squats. And now slightly elevated heart rate, which you also will get from the extra core engagement, but still 130, still pretty low. Inhale, inhale. Ooh, baby. Inhale, inhale. Ooh. Squats. Inhale, inhale. Whew, calves. 115. Similar heart rates. Inhale, inhale. So you're in that spike, about 120. But if I sound breathless, it's because of breath work. Inhale, inhale. And a finish. Okay, so about 3 minutes on the clock, and then I'm gonna take it again, and we'll just compare. And if we don't see elevated lactate levels in this one, I'm gonna repeat this experiment and add a short 2-beat breath retention at the conclusion of each of those same exercises. So this will be a multi-part series. I'm really excited to look at the variations on breathing and how they affect the blood lactate, because I think this could be the basis for a cool experiment, because we finished our pilot study, and I am in touch with the postgraduate program at NYIT in Long Island here, and also through the American Public University. I think everyone's excited about the results of our first study, and we'll keep getting more grants to be able to do more experiments, which is great. Sorry about that, guys. My camera actually just fell over, but we're good. We're good. We're back on it. We're going to get, now we have 3 lactate strips. We're going into our 4th lactate strip, which I actually just realized I do need to grab another one. This is why I'm going to do this experiment again, because, you know, we want to have many, many, many experiments that measure the effects of this exercise, and it may even be like in a traditional physiology lab. You know, you'll be actually testing the lactate even in real time as you go through the exercises, like running on the treadmill. And so we'll also do that. Okay, we got a new lactate strip. Okay. We're going, getting a new lancet. I know, you guys, there's so much that goes into this. But that was a great workout. I hope you enjoyed the workout, regardless of what we find with the lactate here. I just think it's pretty fascinating. Okay, so here, put this on here. We're at 5, ready to go. 3, 2, 1. Oops. 3, 2, 1. Owie. But not really. Let's take that first thing of blood, swipe it away. Second one. We're going. Okay. Okay. And we actually have here, we actually have a 2.1. We have 2.1, so that means we're just a little bit elevated above zone 2, because after the conclusion of my first circuit, I was at 1.4. I view that as a win. I view that as lactate was most likely rising during a couple of those exercises with the more stressful breath. Now, I'm actually even going to take a second measurement here just to make sure that we're accurate. Probably. I think these machines are fairly accurate. But I find that interesting for many reasons, because we could potentially use this breathing in conjunction with lower intensity exercise to increase that lactate delivery, and especially the lactate to the brain, which is what I'm really, really interested in. So I'm actually going to take, I'm going to do one more strip just to get 2 measurements, and I'll just have to order some more strips here, and I'm willing to do that for our experiment. I think this is important, and I think we're going to get a lot out of this. So one more, because I pricked myself pretty good, so I still have a little blood coming out from that one. So let's just get a second one and see what that one says. And I think the experiment I'll do next time, and maybe we'll do this next weekend. I like to do a YouTube every Saturday morning, is I will look at the lactate during the long exhales, and we'll add a little bit of a breath retention with the next one, because I think that will be a great experiment also. So here we go. Are we good? We get the channel. Let's see, do we still have blood coming out? Actually, interestingly, I think I need one more lancet. I thought I had a little blood coming out there, but hey, again, I'm willing to sacrifice for our channel here. I'm gonna have to order some more lancets and some more strips so that we have enough equipment for our experiment. I mean, I probably could even use the same lancet twice. I mean, I think technically you're not supposed to, but I'll actually look that up. I mean, I think as long as you're, wiping your hand with alcohol, which I'm not doing every time. So ladies and gentlemen, do not do this at home. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Great, wipe the first one away. And let's get the second one here. Okay, we're good, we're good. Oops. Okay. Very interesting. This is fascinating. And it's actually been a few minutes. I'm actually gonna have to take another measurement because I just got a 13.8. So I do wonder if maybe, well, that's interesting because that's ultimately those are the lactate levels that we're looking for to see the positive effects from lactate training, and it's been a couple minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead, you guys, and I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna put another one in. I know it's crazy, it's totally crazy, but this is my dedication to science. We gotta get another one here. One more because we can even take an average, but that's interesting because that was about 5 minutes after the conclusion. That's even more exciting. This means that this is going to be a multi-part experiment where we take quite a few measurements because, like, if you've ever been in a physiology lab, when they're doing the lactate testing, they're taking quite a few measurements at timed intervals when you're working out, but then as you're recovering. And so, you know, and it may be I can just, let's see if I can use the same one here. I'm going to wash off with alcohol after, don't worry. I think it's fine. Okay, we'll take the same one. 3, 2, 1. Okay, wipe the first one away. Let's see. Okay, and now we're actually down at a 3.6, and so now it is recovering. But that was exciting. That was exciting that we started at a 2.1, which was a little elevated, so I was like mildly excited. Then we got a 13.4. And now we're recovering at 3.6, which means in like, 7 or 8 minutes, I'll be back to my baseline, which probably is somewhere around like 1 or 1.1 or something like that. But this is incredibly exciting. This is profound. Sorry, I'm trying to like suppress my excitement, but this is what I was hoping for, to show that with low intensity, low impact exercise, you can get the lactate levels that correlate with higher intensity exercise. This is profound. I don't even know if any studies have been done yet that have looked at this. I'm not connected with the super powerful institutions that that are publishing in the big journals about exercise science yet. I'm on a path, but I want everyone to take note of this. This is pretty cool. So this is going to be part of a multi-part series. Next time I'm going to add a 2-beat breath retention, maybe even some 4-beat breath retentions, because it may even be that we can get to the upper levels of like 17, 18 millimoles of lactate per liter of the blood. And that means that with low intensity training and low impact training, we are getting the lactate levels necessary to achieve the benefits of spiking your lactate in your system using this breathing method with low intensity, or low impact rather, exercise. So anyway, have a wonderful day. And if you want to try this breathing method, go to hypoxix.fitness, hypoxix.studio, and practice the breathing with me, because it turns out this was my very first experiment with this. This is my hypothesis, but it really works. That you can achieve the benefits of high intensity, high impact exercise with low impact exercise using breathography. See you at the next one.